Coming up on this special edition of Insight, a focus on gambling. If you think it's just pro athletes making the big bucks, find out how some fans are also turning a profit on the game. And everyone knows the fair is about fun and games, but could paying to win that stuffed teddy bear be the start of a gambling addiction? Also, we'll show you how the lottery has given many students hope. Welcome to Insight News. I'm Jasmine Hockett. With football season in full swing, millions of Americans are tuning in to see their favorite teams in action. But one young professional story suggests that it's more than just a love for the game of football, it's a love for the sports of gambling.
Sports gambling is all about money. You play to win. So with me, I'm been a sports fan since I was probably 5-6 years old, since I learned how to speak English. People do it for entertainment. It's like a hobby for them, you know. That's what they do, just sit down all day in front of the TV or at a sports bar on Sunday drinking beer and enjoying themselves. The majority is male, of course, between probably 18 and 45, 50 years old. I mean, if you ask me, it's probably one out of two, people that's watching football, they're gonna have some money on the game. I really like rain, and of course I always bring 2 or 3 friends that comes with me, and we always bet on the same team so we can all enjoy ourselves. For me personally, I know my teams because sports, that's my life right there. I can't live without sports. And you do research. First you look at the injury report. That's very critical, especially like the star players. If he's hurt, chances are you don't want to bet on that team because your star quarterback is hurt or whatever. And then you look at the weather forecast. That's very critical too.
Welcome to Countdown Daily, presented by IBM. I'm Trent Dilfer. I believe, after week 4, that the best team is still the New Orleans Saints.
I treat sports betting as a fun homework. I mean, you get on the computer, you take notes. I mean, you start picking the teams that you like probably on Monday, and then as the injury report comes out, as the weather report comes out, and then you start to narrow it down to maybe bet 5 teams a week. Pregame.com is one of my favorite websites because you get to see 8 sports betting websites live. I mean, I don't depend on it because it's like the stock market. You win sometimes, you lose sometimes. I won as much as $2,500 a day, but I also lost as much as $4,000 a day.
Okay, no parlay, so just Miami, $1 a hit.
You gotta have the love for the game. I mean, you just can't say, oh, I like basketball and stuff. It's very competitive. I mean, everyone has their own team. They cheer for their own team. My team is the San Francisco 49ers, even though we're 0-4 this season. But at the end, that's still my team. That doesn't mean I'm gonna bet on them. Since I know my team inside and out, I'm going to bet against them. I think the internet has definitely, changed sports betting. As far as like Twitter, Facebook, most ESPN analysts or NFL assistant coaches and stuff, they tweet who's injured and what's going on in the team. So you definitely get instant access with that, and they can definitely, change what team you want to play on or play against. Here's what I go check on. See, it just broke out the news about 20 seconds ago. The Pittsburgh coach Mike Tomlin, he said quarterback Ben Roethlisberger will start next game for Pittsburgh. This is what I'm talking about, how Twitter can affect, the sports industry. So this is great. I check on this maybe 20-30 times a day because you get insider information that no one knows about yet. You're the first one to know it. Facebook, when March Madness comes, they always have groups and stuff, and you can put money on your picks, and at the end, that's still sports gambling. In the future, sports gambling on the internet will definitely become bigger and bigger. There's money to be made if you know what you're doing, but there's also money to be lost if you don't know what you're doing. Just take the Minnesota Vikings this week, and I guarantee you'll win.
Gambling on sports is illegal on U.S. soil, but online gamblers have found a variety of loopholes to get around the law, such as offshore betting. Many obtain quick riches and success through gambling, but that's not always the case. College students become problem gamblers at double the rate of the general adult population. And according to a study from Oregon State University, around 85% of students have participated in some form of gambling. Matt Rhodes is a University of Memphis student who has felt the negative effects firsthand.
It was the money I was going to buy books with. I thought that I'd be able to, double or triple it. And I ended up not being able to buy books, so I failed a couple of classes, which I'm still in school now because of that, and having to take all those over again. And I had to work a lot of extra shifts to make up the money.
Joining us now is Insight's Ben Rainwater, who has been looking into the effects of college gambling on college students. So, Ben, why do you think so many college students gamble?
Well, according to a study from Texas State University, college students gamble because of the entertainment and the excitement that they get by going on a road trip to a casino with their friends. They get free alcohol when they go to the casinos. They have easy access to money through ATMs, credit cards, and loans. And also, they always have the possibility of hitting it big and getting quick riches. And as a college student and a fraternity member, I've seen these things firsthand. Guys will just be spur of the moment and decide to take a trip to Tunica for the weekend. That means they don't have to pay for alcohol. They'll be getting free everything, basically, just so they can go and spend money that they consider not even to be theirs.
So when a college student has a gambling problem, what are some of the effects?
Well, the three biggest things that are affected are their school performance, their health, and then their monetary value. From a school standpoint, grades can suffer. As a result, you can lose your scholarships, you can get kicked out of school, or you can have a delayed graduation. From a money standpoint, according to a study from Indiana University, the average money lost by a problem gambler between 18 to 25 is $30,000 a year. So that's a ton of money these kids can be losing at an early age. And then from a health standpoint, if all their money is concentrated on going to money and time towards gambling, then health just suffers as a whole. You won't be eating, you won't be exercising, and just suffer all around.
Well, yeah, that's definitely good information for us on a college campus. So thanks a lot for stopping by today, Ben.
Thank you for having me.
Not all gamblers are trying to win big money. Some are just trying to win a stuffed animal, or perhaps even a piece of candy. But as I report, even playing games at the fair is taking a chance on your money.
Come on in, come on down. Oh, we got some.
I worked at Liberty Land. My experience is a lot of people spend all their money for nothing. Well, I guess it's fun, but they come out here, they ride the rides, they eat all the food, and the food is overpriced. Then they go out there and they shoot basketball on the rim that's bent. And so you have to spend $20 to hit one shot.
Everything is possible in this game, so only you need it. Throw a perfect shot, perfect throw, you know what I'm saying? You need to hit it real perfect.
I almost shoot over the goal, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if the rim just bent in or something, but it's a gamble though, to shoot it or not. It's a quick way to lose your money, it's a quick way to win something.
Yes, he did.
I bought 80 to the front, now I got $5 off.
This one I feel like I have more of a chance, I guess. I mean, I went through a few of them, watched them. I just don't trust a lot of them, but I feel like I can do this one. Those, I watched LeBron James miss that. I don't trust that. LeBron James can't do it, I can't do it.
You're losing money by because it's overpriced. You gotta pay $10 and then $25 a wristband. So, I mean, it's definitely overpriced. And he played this game already twice and lost, but and like we said, the games are rigged completely. But you know that coming in, that it's just you're gonna lose money, but you're gonna have a good time.
Casino, you might lose or you might win, so it's all in good fun though. It's a job for me.
Who'll be next to get in? Who's going to be the next one to win it? I sign autographs right at the end of the show.
I would just probably recommend
if you already have like your system, just say if I'm only going to spend $10 on game, only spend $10 on game, and just leave it at that. That's the only thing I can say.
If you're gonna do that, you play a game that you can win, like the water races, or the goldfish, so everybody get a fish, or where you get 100 rings for $1. Something that you'll have a better chance.
We got all that age that's waiting on the birthday, but hurry, come on.
For children, gambling can be seen as a means of entertainment. For others, it can be addictive. According to the University of Memphis Gambling Clinic, more than 70% of adolescents have been involved in some type of gambling. Additionally, children of problem gamblers have been shown to be at a higher risk of developing behaviors such as alcohol, drug use, problem gambling, eating disorders, depression, and suicide. If you want to learn more about the connection between gambling and gang activity, go to our website at www.insightmemphis.weebly.com. As you've seen, gambling can often have a negative impact, but for some, gambling is giving them hope. Since 2004, the Tennessee Lottery has funded the Hope Scholarship. To date, more than 250,000 students have received over $1 billion in compensation from the scholarship.
My family didn't really have any money put away for school, and it was either get Hope or don't go. So it completely affected my college.
High school students in Tennessee with a 3.0 GPA or 21 on their ACT are eligible for the Hope Scholarship. That does it for this edition of Insight, the student newscast brought to you by the University of Memphis. You can find out more about gambling and how it affects our community on www.insightmemphis.weebly.com. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jasmine Hockett.